Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate you clicking and coming to hang out. I think we're going to go back over to the excavation site and just grind to level 31. And then maybe we'll go back into Stranglethorn. Elias, hey. Thanks for stopping by, man. Mark, welcome to the stream. Weston, I am good today. How are you, man? Brian, hello. Holly, good morning. Thank you guys for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. We're going to get level 31 here in the wetlands. And then I think we'll go back to Stranglethorn. And maybe we'll just fight some of the young tigers to grind, and maybe we will try to peck away at some of the other quests that we have. Yeah, Dante, we hit level 30 last time. And we also, if you guys haven't seen it, we got this, Kill Maim, a blue axe. It's only level 21, we found it here in the wetlands. But it's better than what we had. These were the guys that dropped the axe, so I think I'm going to grind here for a bit, and we'll go from there. I don't really know where we're going to do any significant questing. We don't have a lot of yellow quest anywhere. We have a lot of orange quest to do in Stranglethorn, and that's pretty much it. Dan, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here. I hope your weekend's going well. Once we hit level 31, we'll take a look at the map and we'll give a look around and see if we can find any hubs we can quest out of. I know a couple people said we wanted to be like level 33 before we headed out to the Shimmering Flats. But I'm having a hard time thinking of where else we can go. And you know, it probably is the fact that we have not done any dungeons on this character, so that would be pretty abnormal to level up, you know, in Classic Era without doing any dungeons, so we're not getting that kill XP, we're not getting the quest XP. And we've done a little bit of like open world grinding, but I feel like it just hasn't made up for it. And at this point, yeah, I don't think it's going to make up for it with without a lot more dedicated time going into simply grinding enemies. We need to find some yellow enemies that are just really easy to kill. Maybe something undead or demonic that we can hit with Exorcism. That way we can kind of optimize how much XP we're getting per hour. Maybe green guys is not the way to go. And yeah, if any of you guys have any ideas on where we might find some quests, I'd be down to check it out. Swamp of Sorrows? I think Swamp of Sorrows is like 3840. Maybe, but I could be totally wrong. Let's see if I can even find the Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah. If we look here, nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like super promising until much later. Probably not the best place to stand with my map open either. Turkteen, good morning, man. Thanks for being here. Western Ghost says Western Plaguelands. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we're not going to the Western Plaguelands for a while. Alexander, we did the first hunting quest in Stranglethorn the other day, so yeah, we did those. We're now on the second round of them, so we're going up against the regular tigers, the regular panthers, and that is orange. But yeah, we did that. We did the Crocodile skins that turns down in Booty Bay. Actually, we have to turn that in. That might be a good idea. So yeah, we're kind of at a point where I don't really want to proceed with these quests. I'd rather wait till they were yellow. But, you know, we might not have a lot of options. We're behind the leveling curve, basically, is the problem. Desolus, Dan? You think Desolus? I will definitely check that out. We could take the boat to Ratchet. Trying to think if we have... We should have the flight point for Stone Talon. We'll check out Desolus after we kill this guy. Yeah, we've done most of Ashenvale, and I think the stuff that we haven't done we probably out-leveled. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, the Centaur bounty. 15 Centaur ears. Okay, what else? The Scepter of Light is a fun series of quests, but we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I mean we have Centaur bounty. Everything else is gonna be orange. Yeah, if we look at the Shimmering Flats... I think this is it. Yeah, I mean, I can see it with 31, 30... We could check the vendor for the bronze tube. Level 30. Yeah, you guys, I feel like this is it, right? That's 4 quests that we can do that are level 31 and under. So... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Let's hit level 31, and then we'll go do that. You think they have follow-ups? I can't remember if they have follow-ups or not. Miles, welcome, man. Thanks for stopping by. Turkton, yeah, you have a point there. Yeah, the mobs are pretty spread out. The turtles are non-aggressive. And there's plenty of distance, I feel like, for the most part. There's a couple of areas like around the bones where the vultures kind of pile up. That would probably be like really the only dangerous area. And then in the southern part, I think there's a couple of groupings where the basilisks kind of group up. But besides that, it's pretty open, pretty spread out. Yeah, Dan, I agree. I think we'll head over there next. It would be nice to see a new area. Also. And while we're over that way, we'll grab the Gadgekstan flight point. We'll need that by like level 40, level 42, we'll probably need that. Because we're obviously definitely going to make it that far. Even though only 1% of players make it to 40, we're obviously going to. So, we'll grab the flight point. I don't know if there's a lot for us to do in Dustwallow till like level 38. We could take a look at that too, but... And then you have to remember that I think most of what was in Dustwallow was added in Burning Crusade. So I don't know if there's a lot to do in Dustwallow. In Classic Era. But maybe. Okay, okay. Well, there we go. That's level 30. Level 35. 35. Okay, so probably, yeah, level 35 would be a good time to come here. We don't have to be level 38, and there's probably not a ton of stuff to do. Because they added the goblin, one of the goblin camps in BC, I think it was, to put a lot more quest into the zone. The Shady Reston. I haven't started the Missing Diplomat quest line. Yeah, I still have the first part of it to pick up in the Chapel of Light if we wanted to do any of that stuff. Dan, I'm not too sure about Dustwallow in Classic Era. Because I'm pretty sure that in Classic Era, originally in Sense, I haven't really quested in Dustwallow, especially not on the Alliance side. Most of my memories of Dustwallow come from after they made the changes in Burning Crusade. And I think it's very different in Classic Era. Good morning, JC. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, there are red dragons there. I'm pretty sure there are red dragons in Dustwallow. Or like dragonkin at least. At least in BC there were dragons in dragonkin. Again, I can't speak for Classic Era. Maybe we'll find out eventually. It just won't be anytime super soon. We gotta wait till at least level 35. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be wary in any of the zones that I'm not super familiar with. I'll kind of be relying on you guys to tell me when you think there are going to be elites and stuff like that that can kill us, because when we're talking about zones like Dustwallow Marsh and Swamp of Sorrows, and even to some extent places like the Burning Steppes and the Badlands, I don't know those zones very well. And the things that I do know about them probably come from later expansions and not really from Classic Era, so... And I know a lot of those places have like patrolling elite dragons and stuff like that, so... We will be on the lookout, and I will, you know, be really grateful if anybody like calls it out to me. Kind of like with the dragon that we ran into in the Hillsbred Foothills. A lot of people knew he was up there, and I had never seen him before, but we definitely saw him that day. Is this the furthest we've gotten in hardcore? Yes, it is. Yeah, every level now is the highest level character that I've had in hardcore. Whereas previous to this, level 26 had been the highest level. So we've entered a new threshold. So every level is super exciting to me. And yeah, and at level 30 we found Kill Name. We found this blue axe actually on these very same raptors. So it was a pretty nice day. Don't talk about this level 26 priest. Yeah, we don't talk about the priest. The priest was going to live forever because, you know, with Power Word Shield it just seemed you'd have to get into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Or be incredibly, like, inattentive, I feel like, to get a priest, like, killed. Especially once we hit the level we'd hit, where we had all of our tools, and we were doing really good. Yeah, it dropped off these guys, Dan. Yeah, the day we hit level 30. Right here in this spot, I think, actually, like, off of one of these two guys. Yeah. And I had been thinking about, you know, weapons and how we needed a weapon. I've been trying to, like, kind of manifest it into existence. And I had been thinking about axes, because we had a bunch of conversations the other day about, like, axes we'd gotten in the past, so I got axes into my head. And I should have got swords or maces into my head because of our specialization. But yeah, it's really awesome anyway. It's only level 21, obviously, because it dropped here. Holly, welcome. Thank you. Thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Now you're stuck here. Guzu hit 60 on his rogue. I don't follow people. I don't watch other people hardcore. I'm familiar with some of the people, but I don't spend my off time that way. But that's cool. Listen, I'm glad for anybody to hit level 60 because it's damn near impossible. It's statistically impossible to live to level 60 without dying. So anybody who gets there is obviously a legend. Has blacksmithing been beneficial to me? No. No. It's been a time sink. It's been a time sink, probably a money sink when you think about buying the patterns and stuff to learn the patterns. And what I determined is that probably going forward in any hardcore runs we do in the future, we will do herbalism alchemy, or we will do just skinning and herbalism to sell stuff to vendors for gold, yeah. Because I think it could be useful to some people. It just hasn't been useful to us. You would have to do a lot of farming for ore. Independent of just doing it while you're questing or while you're grinding, you would have to set time aside to do a bunch of ore farming, which some people like to do, you know? So for those people, it could be beneficial. You have to keep it at level with you, which takes a lot of extra effort. And yeah, a lot of people prefer engineering if you're going to go mining to go engineering. You can make target dummies that draw aggro from enemies. Kind of like Stoneclaw Totem on the Shaman. And probably other useful stuff as well. But yeah, I will never do blacksmithing again. I will probably never do a profession again where I think the intent is to make my own gear as I level up, because it's never really turned out that way. When you can use the auction house a bit, like if I could go on the auction house, I'd take some of my gold, I could buy some more copper, and, you know, I could have at it. But without the auction house, it just means you'd have to spend a lot more time on it. Yeah, I prefer herbalism alchemy. I love having, like, all the elixirs running at the same time. It makes me feel like a witcher, which is awesome. Yeah, I wish Inscription existed too, just because I want to be on a bear druid and I want Glyph of Maul. Maul automatically hits a second target. We would just be doing double pulls all day and just grinding on enemies. So yeah, Inscription please. As the original bolt-on power system, I didn't mind Inscription. Let's get a big heal here. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Yeah, the only bad thing about scrolls is that you can only have one active at a time. I kind of wish you could stack your scrolls the same way you could stack your elixirs. I think that'd be really cool. If I could do that, I would always be trying to have like as many scrolls on me as I could. If we could stack them. Like have one of each. No. From what I know, you can't. From what I understand and from what I've experienced, you can only have one scroll. Confirmation chat. Can we stack scrolls and have like int, strength, stam, spirit running at the same time in any version of World of Warcraft? Go, go, go. Because we're going to test it. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I've already tried to do this. Which is why I brought it up. But I will be on the lookout for scrolls even if we have to buy them, and we're going to see. Because I never used to think you could stack elixirs the way you can either, and I found out, you know, a while back that you could. So it's possible that I'm wrong about this for Classic Era. However, I have memories of actually trying to use multiple scrolls and you couldn't. You can have different scrolls. They don't oh, yes. Maybe that's what it is. TNT says they don't stack with some player buffs. Yeah, okay. So if I have Might up, I'm not going to be able to use a Scroll of Strength. But you're purporting that we should be able to have then like a Scroll of Spirit and a Scroll of Stamina, since we don't have any buffs that give us those. So we'll see. We're going to try it. Might is attack power. You think I could still use a Scroll of Strength with it? Okay, we're gonna find out. Yeah, I'll be checking vendors and stuff too because I want to know the answer to this. I'm pretty sure, and it would have been in a video I did recently. I had multiple scrolls. You know, and I think maybe it was Wrath because they give you scrolls and stuff, and the little presents they give you now when you complete quests when you're leveling up in Wrath of the Lich King. And so they give you scrolls, you're getting scrolls all the time, and I'm pretty sure I tried to use these scrolls, but maybe I had like Battle Shout up or something, you know, maybe that's what stopped it. We'll see. A couple more of these guys we should hit level 31. And then we will Hearth out, I think. We'll Hearth to Darkshire, we'll fly down to Booty Bay. We'll get all of our quests turned in down in Booty Bay. We'll jump on the boat to Ratchet, and then we're running for the Great Lift. Yeah. That is our plan. Yeah, that's my question, Dan, is can I run, let's say I don't have any buffs up and I clear my buffs. Some people are saying that we could run all those scrolls at the same time. And I feel like I would have been doing this already, but we're gonna see. I hope that's the case. That's going to be a game changer if that's true. Assuming I can find scrolls. You know, this is assuming a couple of things that haven't happened yet. Firstly, just my ability to find any scrolls anywhere. Are there vendors that sell them? Because now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I've seen them on any vendors. Or if we've only gotten them from drops or chests. Whitney, good morning. Indy, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. D Domino, you've seen some of them on the vendors? Okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Hey, there we go, level 31. We're still in combat with something. I'm not sure what. Maybe we're with another player in combat here. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and hearth out. In the Undercity, they were called a book vendor. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I supply only the finest goods.
We have these Murloc fins. I could get some hot spices, but not from her.
See you around.
I want to find the trade. Oh god. Oh god. Stitches. Stitches. Okay, it's gonna be fine. I want to find the trade good vendor so that I can make some of this buff food. But I don't know where the trade good vendor is at. Mushroom seller. That's not him.
How are you? Safe travels.
Alright, well, let's go check the engineering guy over here, see if he's got that bronze tube that we're never gonna get. What do I think as in which one of those would I prefer? I mean, they all sound cool. I wouldn't do enchanting, just because enchanting is basically impossible to level up on solo self-found. Oh, you're doing a trio. I missed the part. I read too fast and then I skipped some words. The trio sounds really good. I don't have any experience with duos or trios, so...
Pleased to meet you.
I think that the great thing is you can do those things like enchanting, because then you have a blacksmith to give you the stuff that you need. But I have no experience recently with how the classes will synergize. I'm assuming you get 3 people together of any class in this game, and they have like a decent awareness, and you're probably going to stomp things. Because I feel like any 3 classes could probably synergize really well, and then like as long as your professions complement each other and you're providing for things that the other professions are going to need, then I think you're golden. There's probably like really comprehensive guides that go into like detail as far as like what classes synergize the best. But I don't have any personal experience. Yeah, down to Stranglethorn. Booty Bay will catch the boat. Yeah, I feel like if you've got something that can take hits, and you've got something that can throw a heal, then like you can have any 3rd class, and it's like, okay, you should be golden. I'm curious as to like what kills people when they're in duos and trios. Especially when you're running a trio, like I'm just curious, like what maybe they try to take on like elites and stuff. Maybe that's what kills duos and trios. Because I feel like you stick together, you play carefully, and even when something weird happens, you can account for it between 2 or 3 people. Speaking of talents, we do need to spend our talent point for level 31. We don't really know where we're going, so maybe we just keep going into conviction. I feel like that's okay. We had thought about maybe coming into protection to get down into Blessing of Kings. To do that, we would take Devotion Aura, we would probably take Precision, and then 2 points in Toughness. I don't know if it's worth it, but I think for now maybe we just keep going here. I'm not very excited about either of the talents in the next row. We're probably not grabbing either of these. Yeah, we're gonna go here. JC, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Kiopi, hello. Thanks for stopping by, man. We are about to head over into the Shimmering Flats. It's really the only place we've determined we can really quest right now. So that is what we're doing. We're gonna jump a boat over to Ratchet. The scrolls off the vendor are limited supply. He has none for sale right. Yeah, you know, the limited supply stuff I find, especially on the hardcore server, it's always sold out. Because I think people follow guides and stuff that, like, those guides encourage you to purchase those things, so like everybody's on the lookout for stuff like that. Same thing kind of with potions. I don't see a lot of potions for sale. And that would be lovely to be able to buy some potions every once in a while. This has a follow-up, but I think the follow-up is a little bit higher level than we can do right now. Let's see, 5 Snapjaw Crocodile skins.
Have a good one.
Yeah, it's level 36. Okay. Maybe they are on a quick rotation. Maybe they come back into stock very quickly.
Time is money, friend.
Alright, we are going to get on the boat. Mushi, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I guess we could talk to Jitters at some point. I completely forgot to talk to Jitters. Yeah, at some point we could do that. Maybe even before we hit level 32 would be a good idea. I don't think there's much more to do for him, but having the turn-in would be... What else do we have here? Cleansing the eye. Speaking of fortitude. Okay. Johnny Hoover, good morning, man. Afternoon now. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Alright, there's our boat. IDEF, yes, we have done some of the quests in Stranglethorn. We've done the first round of the Tiger quest, we've done the first round of the Panther questing, and then we've got the Crocodile skins for the lower level Crocodile quest in Booty Bay. We've done the intro stuff there. Everything else right now is a little bit of a higher level, so that's where we're at. Yeah, so we're going out to the Shimmering Flats right now. A lot of the stuff there is level 30 and level 31. The gnome fell off the boat. Oh no. I didn't even see it. He missed the ramp. Yeah, it's hardcore, so you missed the ramp, you're probably gonna miss the boat. Let's see. Yeah, because you have to go all the way over here in the distance to get back up onto the docks. Brutal. Absolutely. Hope a piranha gets him. Absolutely brutal. Oh, that's a weird camera angle. Alright, yeah, the Barons. This is gonna be weird. I can't remember taking... You know, it must have been Season of Mastery on the warrior we did during Season of Mastery. Would have been the first and maybe the last character that I ran through here on Alliance. Because we would have had to get down to Tannerus at some point. So, I must have run her through here, although I don't remember it at all. And I'm a little bit uneasy because in my mind this is a horde zone, like completely. So I'm a little bit uneasy. I'm trying to think about horde NPCs that are aggressive. And I don't really think so, except for the people at the lift. And some of you guys have said that the people at the lift do not hit very hard. So I'm kind of hoping that a bubble will get us safely to a lift and down the lift. I don't want to bubble jump. We could probably jump and bubble and be absolutely fine. And in any other mode of the game, I would definitely do that. Let's grab the flight point. That would be super smart. I don't know what it's going to connect us to. The gnome's just showing off with the mount. No, he's just using the mount. he just doesn't want to walk anymore. He's tired of walking. He's somehow level 53 and he's still alive. His legs are tired. Yeah, you don't know any flight locations connected to this one. And I have the flight point in Astronar, so... What are they expecting me to have? Exactly. What's a connecting flight point to this place? We have this flight point. We have this flight point. So... What? Really weird. Okay, anyway. I guess it's fine. At least we can get back to here from Gadgekstan. If we want to. Dan, I think my gnome warrior had pink pigtails. I'm pretty sure. She had pigtails of some kind. Maybe green. Maybe they were green pigtails. Maybe they weren't pink. They could easily have been pink. I don't know. Yeah, our gnome warrior had pigtails of some color. There's a back way down through... You know, and yeah, I'm kind of vaguely aware of that. I've seen that way from the other side. But I think we're just going to go to the lift. Maybe I'll regret it. But I don't think so. We made the run down to Booty Bay and there were skull-level enemies around the road. And I don't think we're going to run into any skull-level enemies on the way out to the Shimmering Flats. Yeah, I think the pinkness would either be shocking or it would mislead you, you know? It's misleading. You don't expect to see pink pigtails and then get an axe to the face. So... I expect a snowball to the face instead. Yeah. Yeah, a snowball would be more appropriate. Or even like a fireball, like you said. A fireball, ice ball, yeah. Right, but not an axe, you know. I don't expect to be made to bleed. I am probably going to have to fight him if I want this, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't care about us at all. He seems pretty complacent. Yeah, Diego, we're just trying to get down to the Shimmering Flats. We got to make the run into Thousand Needles and just down to Shimmering Flats to do a little bit of questing. We got level 31, level 30 quest here. So yeah, every once in a while, you do see Alliance here sometimes. Usually, I guess they're doing Wailing Caverns, though. Or any of the Razorfen dungeons. We'd have to come here. But yeah, today we're just going down to Shimmering Flats. Alley Cats, thank you. Did I hit 23,000 subs today? That's cool. Yeah, YouTube doesn't give a crap about anything except for 100k. Well, they care about 1k because at 1k they'll decide if they're going to monetize your channel or not. And then they don't care about anything after that until 100k and then 1 million, so. But yeah, that's awesome. 23k. It's been a pretty amazing 4 years that we've been playing WoW Classic. No 500k breakthrough? I mean, I think that would be like a personal milestone for somebody, but like, you know, you're not going to get a plaque for it. Austin, hey, now is a great time to get into WoW. Any version of WoW is good right now, whether you prefer retail or classic or Wrath of the Lich King classic. You've got 3 pretty great games to choose from at the moment, so if you're feeling the itch, now is probably a good time to scratch it. kind of hoping that sometime this week we'll hear some news about the hardcore servers. We are a couple weeks out from the official start of summer. And I feel like eventually the Diablo 4 hype will die down and that they'll feel okay talking about other stuff, you know. Because you don't want to try to double down on hype. You gotta let hype run its course before you try to hype people up for the next thing. So maybe this week, maybe next week we'll hear something. A date would be good. Really, a date. Just a date. Server rules. If we got some server rules, how the servers would actually function, that would be cool. But just a date or a time frame would be good. Oh, this is a much longer run than I remember. Which is surprising because we've spent a lot of time in the Barrens recently. You'd think I would have had a better idea. Now on this road there are Alliance elites, right? There's a pack of Alliance NPCs that are elite. That's fine for us. So I don't have to worry about that. The question is, what am I going to have to worry about that I haven't accounted for yet? That's really the only question. I guess we want to make sure that we don't get too close to Freewind Post. I can't recall if they have NPCs at the bottom of the lift, but I feel like they probably do. So maybe that's the only other consideration. Dan, some people have told me that the NPCs at the lift don't hit very hard. I'm kind of hoping we can just... I'm hoping that they're lower level. Firstly, that's like I'm crossing my fingers that they're a bit lower level and that we can kind of avoid them. Like this guy here, he's only level 18. Like we're going to avoid him, obviously. But I don't think he's going to aggro us. I'm kind of hoping the guys at the lift are similar. I'm also kind of hoping that they're not elite. We're going to bubble. We're going to probably have to bubble. If we got into a really bad spot, we could bubble jump. You know, I have 0 latency. You know, we're not gonna go splat if I bubble. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, but I feel like the lift is gonna be okay. If it doesn't look good, we'll figure something else out. Somebody mentioned that there was a back way in through RF Razorfen Downs over here, and I know what that back way looks like from the other side. I've never come down through that way, but we can maybe try to find that. If things aren't looking good. That being said, this whole area back here could be full of elites. I don't know. Yeah, grab the Feralus flight point. We're definitely going to grab Gadgetzan, but yeah, we have to stop first and we have to grab this. You're absolutely right. Yeah. The NPC hits like a wet noodle. He'll leave you alone once you're on the lift. Okay, so once we get on the actual elevator, he's not gonna like jump on. He can't get on the elevator with us. Obviously, that would like break him. Okay, yeah, it should be good. And then we will go grab the flight points for Feralus, just to have it. Alright, here we go. When are the NPCs going to render into existence? We're pretty close and I don't see them. I still don't. Oh, there they go. Okay, that... I feel like they could have rendered before that. Would have been cool. Alright, he's level 25. He's not even going to bug us. Yeah, I doubt it. Okay, what's this guy? Level 30. Okay. So, yeah. What's going on here? Level 41 Dwarf Hunter's hanging out. Let's stand back. Let's figure out where the lift is at. And, I didn't see... I think we're fine. Ah, damn. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, he didn't have to do that. Okay. We're safely on the lift. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Awesome. There we go. That worked out pretty well. What's going on over here? We have a quest. Probably not grabbing that one. Okay, is this going to be a safe way to get where we're going? I have no idea. Yeah, the dwarf really helped us out. He didn't have to do that, and I think we would have been okay. But I appreciate him, like, seeing us getting hit by that NPC, and he stepped up. And I appreciate that. It's one of the things I love about hardcore is, like, you get to choose the person that you're going to be. You can be the helpful person. You can be the person that just stands idly by and watches somebody get killed. And yeah, it's full of these actual choices that matter to you, because when you risk yourself to help somebody else, you know, you do take on that risk, and some people do and some people don't. They're stealth cats. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. If we had come here to quest on like the horde side, yeah, these guys are level 26 here, the kobolds are, so I feel like we're not going to run into anything like super powerful. We might run into stuff that will aggro us. Yeah, Dan, I try to help everybody that I can. If I see somebody who's in danger and I can help, I typically do. Now, there have been times when I've seen somebody with like 5 enemies on them. And I have thought to myself, I can't do anything in that situation, you know. But yeah, we've helped. We've probably been helped more. I still remember the clutch heal in Red Ridge, like day 2 of streaming, a priest healed us. We had 7 HP left. And we would have died if not for that priest, so I try to help everyone I can. Do I need to fight through here? I don't really need to. But we can. We might as well. It's kill experience. Maybe they'll drop something cool for us. Let's get all of our mana. I think we can skirt around this way. We're not going to go through the center here. That's probably a little bit too risky, even though they're all green. Rip. How did you die? To stitches. Oh no! Last words were GD. Indeed. Turton, you just did the zone on your duo? On the horde side? It's awesome. You're actually in Tanners now, so you guys must be like level 40s. Here's some cats. Cats are level 27. Oh, not hardcore though. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I think everything is hardcore now unless I'm explicitly told otherwise. That's just where my brain's at. You mean on a custom server you never set up because you never did that though, right? on the server you don't have because you play totally legit. In case Uncle Bobby Kotick is watching, you play totally legit on legitimate servers, right? Like all good boys do. Obviously. Redacted. It's been redacted. Gore, you're playing WoW for the first time in your life, and you decided to do hardcore, and you got to level 17. That's quite an accomplishment, my man. Yeah. I think my first hardcore character got to 19, and that's after 20 years of playing the game, so that's awesome. And I think like when you approach it as a hardcore game, like first and foremost, maybe you probably never build like bad habits that like most players who play for 20 years, you know, we're used to just being able to get killed off. And I guess if you never develop those habits, it might be even easier to learn how to be safe in hardcore. And maybe just naturally learning the game would make you be more cautious as you're trying to like figure things out. That's super cool though. Glad to have you here. Alright, let's go get this flight points.
Listening.
We're getting a lot of flight points. The problem is they just don't connect to each other, so... I think this one will connect to Kazakhstan, though. So, yeah, let's go this way. Let's try to hang south, I think. And maybe if we do that, we can avoid Freewind Post, which I think is about right here. Might have to fight some stuff along the way. Ooh, level 29. Okay. So maybe we just clear our way carefully here. You know, we're not really in a big rush. These might be some good yellow enemies to fight that might not be too dangerous, so we'll just kind of take our time as we head over to the east. The official guild, the Bubble Jumpers. I wish we could. I think we have to go with the Rambling Ramblers. I don't want to. I don't think we can do a joke name, but that name has to be used in some capacity, but maybe not for the guild. Dragon's Bane, we're hoping that they'll have things in place to kind of stop some of the griefing that people have seen. Now that being said, I have never seen griefing or been griefed in my experience, but also like, you know, nobody cares about me, so. But yeah, we've done a lot of hardcore runs here on Bloodsail Buccaneers at least, and we haven't gotten griefed. I haven't seen anything that I could 100% call griefing. And obviously it happens. But we're hoping that they'll have some kind of mechanisms in place, or maybe just like a ticketing tool. So if you get griefed and it gets you killed, that you can report it, and they can look at some kind of playback of the logs and see what happened. HC Hottie, I mean, yeah, HC Hotties is I think all the hardcore guilds are like joke names right now. I just don't want to be a joke name. Yeah, I think we're in like the HC Chad's guild, right? Yeah, HC Chad gang. Yeah, obviously like. Yeah, they're all jokes. Rhea, you think it's the spirit of Classic to be grief sometimes? I understand what you're saying. There are probably people who would totally disagree with that. Which, you know, we're allowed to. We're allowed to have different opinions about stuff. Like I said, I haven't been griefed, so... And I haven't seen it. If I had been seeing a lot of it, or if I had it happen to me, I'd be more worried about it. Obviously, it's going to happen to some people. If we fight everything along the way, it might take a long time to get there. We'll avoid some stuff. You can't self-res in hardcore. Turk team, like you're talking about like reincarnate and stuff. Soulstone? No, you can't res. You can't res. Like that's it. You just can't res. No resing of any kind at any point by any means is basically it. If you die, you are dead. Tactical order, that one is impressive. Just enough characters to fit it in. Jeez. Cloud serpents. You are gonna shoot lightning. Yep. Taxi Hackers, we don't need those kind of crazy ideas getting out into the world, man. You could journal about that, but don't put that kind of idea out there for Blizz. Are you crazy? And you can't even say Shadowlands here. It's a non-Shadowlands zone. And you're only going to get a reaction on me for something so silly once a day, so... Everybody gets one, you know. And that was yours, my friend. You've used it up for the day. There we go. Nice. Just a little bit of parkour. No, it would be Bubble Jumpers, Heroes Fall Flat. This is our first iron node, so that's really cool. It gives me a little bit of hope. Right, better than Splat. Yeah, we have to be optimistic. Is there a lot of iron here? That's really cool to know. There's also been like a lot of copper, which is like a kind of a weird thing, you know, that there's so much copper and there's iron here. It's a very middling range zone. But yeah, I'll take the copper for sure. These screeching rogue feathers, they do a silence. Yeah, the iron's gonna be awesome. I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing with blacksmithing. I shouldn't be too excited, because our blacksmithing is absolutely abysmal. So, yeah. What's going on with these guys? Level 29, there's a lot of them. Do I need to be running through these guys right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we need to go around some of these guys. Yeah, this is pointlessly dangerous to run through them. Oh, look at that. More iron. Yeah, okay, cool. Eventually we'll try to work on our blacksmithing. See if we can at least get out of... If we can get out of needing copper, that would be great. Because I really don't want to go back and have to farm up more copper. But we've been getting some, though, so maybe we'll just continue to get copper in some of the zones we're still in. You think the kobolds in this zone are the highest level ones in Classic Era? Maybe. Trying to think, where else would we see kobolds? The kobolds in Arathi, yeah, you go into the caves, there's kobolds in those caves. Oh, did I not get all of it? I did not. I'm not paying attention because now I'm thinking about kobolds. Yeah, I think maybe the ones in Arathi. Rhea, you might be right. You might be onto something there. Yeah, the Bloodstone quest. I think that's it. It was a failed attempt, that's why. Failed attempt. That's great. Another failed attempt. Okay, that's 3 in a row. There we go. We might be able to level our mining up to the next rank next time we're at a mining trainer. That way we don't hit a point where we're not getting skill ups accidentally. There we go. Some of the terrain here, though. Some of the terrain here. I'd love to get this, but how far am I going to have to go around this plateau to get up there? There we go. How are the bags looking? They're looking like we have to vendor soon. We should have a couple of vendors out on the Shimmering Flats, so we should be okay. I could probably get rid of this shield. We've never equipped it. I have it on the bar. Oh, hi. Hello there. Awesome. Indy, that's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the joyous journeys. That's ending soon, isn't it? It was only a 4-week thing. I think we're, what, going into week 3 of the 4 weeks? For the JJ buff? Paul Webster, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. The 19th or 22nd. Yeah, that sounds right. I think it was the 19th. Turkteen, yeah, I've said it before too, that TBC didn't have its time to shine. I'd love to have a TBC hardcore server. I feel like you can't split the community too many ways though, you know what I mean? Like, you can't split the community too many ways. It's not as fun when everyone's not on the same journey, you know what I mean? So I feel like if we had all these different flavors of hardcore, it would split the community too much. I'm already kind of worried about like the official hardcore server and like if it's going to split the community, if people are going to stay here on Bloodsail Buccaneers or if everybody's going to come over, so I'm already kind of worried about that. As cool as it would be to have like a TBC server at all, you know, I think having a TBC server at all would be good. That would make people happy. And then, you know, if people wanted to do hardcore on it, they still could. That ship, though, has sailed. Since we didn't get it then, I doubt we will ever see a TBC server. This may be the most leisurely journey into the Shimmering Flats that we've ever taken. But we're getting a lot of ore, so... getting a little bit of kill XP too. Yeah, I think most people would agree that TBC didn't have enough time. They definitely rushed Wrath of the Lich King out really fast for some reason. I feel like their reasons were pretty clear at the time. Like, I remember thinking, oh, of course they'd rush this. I can't remember why I thought that though, but I wasn't very surprised when they rushed through TBC. I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. I think ultimately they felt that Wrath was going to do so much better for Classic, you know, because that was kind of like the sentiment, is like people's biggest memories and a lot of people's like funnest times in the game were in Wrath of the Lich King, and they probably thought that, like, you know, getting into Wrath would probably help them financially. Obviously it was, you know, financially motivated to put the nail in the coffin for TBC early and move on to Wrath. The Horde Hunter's helping me. That's scary. It's unsettling. It is unsettling. Let's just hang back. Oh, we're all working together out here. Well, that's nice to see. A little bit of cross-faction cooperation. See, people talk about griefers, but people don't talk about all the times that the cross-faction people help out. Just something to think about. There's probably like 100 helpful people for every one griefer that exists, you know what I mean? And there's probably 1,000 just neutral people who are not going to help, but who are not going to hurt. So that's why I kind of find it hard to care too much about griefers, because I think they're one-offs. And, obviously the people who get griefed the most are always going to be like the big streamers. Cycness, you say you were one of those that wanted Wrath, but now you only play Classic Era. Hardcore changed the way I enjoy the game. I feel exactly that same way. Yeah. Like, a couple years ago, I just said, yeah, Wrath, my favorite era of WoW would be Wrath. And now that's not true. I still love Wrath for what it is. But when I think about my favorite way to play the game, it's what we're doing right now. And it took just a little bit of a taste of hardcore to kind of... you enjoy the game in a different way. And you get into your character in a different way. And everything just feels different, So yeah, that's why we're here. I definitely feel the same exact way. Dan, we're not there yet. If you keep asking if we're there yet, we're going to turn this car around, mister. We'll take it right back home. We'll get there when the car stops, permanently. I know we stopped a lot. Omer says, I counted. In reality, it's 895 needles. Right? Next day, you just quit Dragonflight? You think it's all about the M+ score? Give your best. People are forgetting that we play for fun. Yeah. I think like a lot of stuff in retail, especially if you're talking about like endgame Mythic Plus content, they want you to go fast, they want you to go hard, or they want you to go home. Yeah. And with Mythic, it's all about the time. It's a time trial. You gotta go fast. You can't even just go methodically and have everything hit really hard and have everything be a challenge and like just clear the whole dungeon. Like, I'd love a Mythic Plus where the point of the Mythic Plus was to kill everything in the run, and it would be challenging to do so. It would be hard, but that would be the point. It would be to kill every boss, kill every pack. That's the Mythic Plus I want, because, yeah, going super fast and, relying on people to know the best routes, and then when they don't, there's a big issue. We are going to try to thread the needle here and not fight anything until we pick up these quests. Because we need all these guys. Yeah, you feel like it's all about the meta? For Mythic Plus, yeah, it is. And the funny thing is, like, for most groups and most players, it wouldn't matter. They could take anybody who's like competent. But there's always when there's a professional side to something, and there are professional people doing it. Then they're always going to look at that for a meta, and they're always going to look for a meta to establish, and it's going to change over time. And yeah, the problem with WoW is that it's not like a MOBA. It's not a hero shooter. You can't just like jump on the other class and do that. You have to level up the character. So like your option is like, what do? Do you level everything up? You want to really be competitive in Mythic Plus?
Good day to you.
Do you level everything up within your role? Like if you're DPS, do you have every DPS class leveled up? Like what do? It's like, it's not a hero shooter. It's not a MOBA. There shouldn't be such importance placed on a meta.
Alrighty then.
Just my opinion.
How are you?
It doesn't make it fun for anybody to find out that the class or spec that they love is not something people want in groups.
Off and away.
That's a bad feeling, and like, you know, a lot of people who have that experience will bounce right off of a game. You know, they won't want to come back for more content.
Off with you. Talk to me.
So yeah, I think the meta is definitely harmful, especially for people who just, they like to be a part of that content, but it makes it impenetrable for them.
Watch your back.
I won't even deal with it. I won't do Mythic Plus because I don't like the format, and I don't want to have those interactions with people because I know that largely they're going to be negative.
Hi,
you know?
how are you?
Yeah, I don't think stuff like Mythic Plus does a lot of good for the community. They look at shit like the Looking for Dungeon Finder, they say that ruined the community back in the day. I'll say that if anything hurts the community, it's anything where there's like a lot of stakes, there's high stakes, and you're relying on like a group of strangers, and people get like super critical of your performance, they get super critical of your gear, they get super critical of every single mistake you make, and it just creates a toxic environment. The environment in that scenario where any mistake could lead to, you know, someone's effort being lost, that's gonna be like an area where toxicity can thrive. So yeah, Bronze Tube, I doubt it's gonna be here, but we'll check. Where is he? Right here. That was them. Got it.
Can I help you?
Wait. Bronze Tube! Bronze Tube! You mean there is a Bronze Tube? Yeah, look at that. I won't buy the second one. We'll leave it. Alright, that's cool, and now we have to get that turned in before we level again. So we don't lose the quest XP. But that's super cool. We have our Hearthstone set to Darkshire, so we can do that anytime. Look at that. Hey, it's because it's a level 30 area, and not a lot of people get to this level. That's why this vendor still has the item. We just had to get to a high enough area
Goodbye for now.
where it wasn't going to be sold out. Oh god, what's happening here? Okay, you're a player with some kind of disguise on. Well, that's really cool. I'm happy that we were able to do that one. And I'm going to be happy that we never have to hear about it again. That's going to be probably the best part. Is that we don't have to check all these vendors. Alright, let's grab the rest of these. You have car parts?
Talk to me.
No, hollow vulture
Right
bones.
back.
Dragon's Bane, did I run by you? Are you here? Awesome, man. Bump in the road.
Peace, friend.
This is the Basilisk quest. Okay.
Walk with the
Were you the Furbolg? Yeah, wait, were you the Furbolg? Is that like some kind of disguise item that you use? Because obviously you're not a Furbolg, you know. Alright, so we can strike out in basically any direction here, and we can just go at it. We're going to circle around to the north first. We'll kind of make a counterclockwise motion, I think. And we'll see. I'm trying to think, there's really nothing here that can get us killed if we're careful, except maybe level 34. Now the quest is level 30, which tells me there should be scorpions that are not level 34. So maybe we should work on them. I don't really want to fight level 34 guys. I'd like to pull this guy. Alright, well let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. We can turn our back when they're casting that gaze. If we turn our back on them, we won't get stunned. So I'm going to try to listen for the sound effect. I might have to turn sound effects up a little bit if I can't hear it. Should I get the flight point first in case I hearth out? Oh, we'll go get it before I hearth out. I'm not going to like emergency hearth out. So we'll definitely run down and get it before we hearth out. Yeah. Absolutely. And hopefully it'll at least connect us to Ratchet, so next time the trip is a little bit easier. Level 32, level 33, there's probably lower level ones we could work on. I know vultures are kind of hard to find, unless you find like a bunch of them up by the bone piles. Johnny Hoover, you turn the sound up so you don't have to hear your kids. I understand that, man. Now that being said, in our case, the number of kids is vastly different, but I definitely understand. Yeah, sometimes like if you're not going to stop talking to me, I will just have to turn this up a little bit. And a little bit more, and a little bit more. Am I still leveling cooking? I haven't cooked in a while. Yeah. I have some Murloc fins. Okay, let's see how beefy the turtles are going to be, because turtles in South Shore were kicking the crap out of us because they were alive for so long. And now I kind of worry about fighting turtles that are higher level than us. Yeah, I should be leveling my cooking. I just haven't been. I'm bad about stuff like that. I've been trying to get better, but hasn't happened yet. I'm usually good for like the first 20 levels of the character. I'm pretty consistent, and then after that... You know what I messed up on this time is I didn't do enough fishing. And fishing is a really quick way to get cooking leveled up, because you just get all the recipes for the fish. And so I probably would have to fish in order to keep my cooking leveled up with me. And I just didn't do enough fishing. I think I did one fishing session. Pretty sure that was it. 37 out of 75. And yeah, the verdict on the turtles is that the turtles are kicking the crap out of us because they're super tanky. So we're gonna have to be careful about turtles of all things, you know. Level 35? Yeah, I don't want to deal with that either. Keopi, people said that to me. You know, I'm gonna pull a Blizzard on that one. I'm gonna say, you'd think you do. You'd think you want a fishing stream, but you don't. I feel like that's valid. You think you do, but you don't. One day we'll do a fishing stream, and I will, with analytics, I will show you guys that you guys think you do. Some of you think you do, but you don't. Collectively, you don't. And eventually we'll have data that supports this, because I will eventually do a cooking stream, or cooking and fishing stream, but it will probably be on the hardcore servers in the future, probably not this character. But eventually we'll find out, you know, people tell me that, it'd be fun. Okay, you think it'll be fun? Let's do it, let's find out. Because I have other feelings. In FF11, your name was Fishmonger. Nice. Ooh, these level 34 scorpions. Ah, this is gonna be dicey. Okay, he resisted. Perfect. Good way to start. Good way to start. I don't want to run from him, but you know, it might be a good idea. We should figure out what it's like to deal with one, just in case we have to. So let's go ahead and fight through this while we're relatively safe. Good night, Gracie. You played since beta until 3 years ago and you quit. Is it worth coming back to? It depends on what version of the game you come back to. It depends on a lot of things, but I would say if you wanted to come back right now, you'd probably want to come check out Classic Era. Even if you're not going to play hardcore, check out Classic Era, check out Wrath. It seems like you were probably just a retail player, right? Or did you play Classic? Because yeah, it just depends. The great thing is with your sub, you get access to all forms of the game, so you can try them all out and see if any of them kind of resonate with you or not. But yeah, that's the great thing about the sub. This is just not where we want to be, you know? So we don't want to fight these guys. There have to be lower level scorpions somewhere, maybe up to the north a bit. Because that was sketchy. Alex, yeah, that'd be cool. Like, if you guys all came out and you were also fishing, if we could all just go, like, hang out at the docks somewhere and fish, that would be cool. As, like, a partial little, like, in-game event. I'd be down for that. Mm-hmm. Alright, we're gonna avoid this little area here full of all these scorpions. Oh, look, no, these guys are level 32. Okay. Okay, these guys are better. What about you? You're level 34. So the darker gray ones, those are the higher level ones. And the red ones, yeah, he didn't even drop a venom. How rude. Right. Exactly. What a jerk. This place isn't too bad. You know, I don't feel like we're in a lot of danger. It's just that there are some enemies that are higher level. And the good thing is they're not packed super close together, so I don't feel a danger from, like, accidental pulls and stuff like that. There's also, like, they don't patrol very far. There's an air elemental, right? Up in the north and maybe over on the western side of the zone, there's an air elemental that I think is a higher level, and he patrols around a bit. Well, I'd like to pull the vulture, but let's see if we can... Would these have social aggro? Yeah, I think they probably would. Let's get it. The short draw distance, it can be annoying, yeah, and it can be a problem if you're not expecting it and you're running full speed ahead and you just don't expect mobs to spawn. Yeah, it's a short draw distance. It's one of the things that I kind of wish we could increase. You're right that for hardcore it adds like a different layer of potential challenge and risk, right? But I often feel like we should get a little bit more modern. I'd like the view distance to go up a little bit too. I know like some things about how the world is constructed, they can't have the view distance up too high. But I feel like they could do the view distance a little bit more than what we currently have it. Would be nice. Hemmer, would you say I'm doing really good for a new streamer viewer-wise? That's because I have a lot of awesome people who've been around the channel for a long time, because we've been doing pre-recorded content in Classic for 4 years. So yeah, I'm really new to streaming, but I think like having people in your community already who are so great and who've been around, like that definitely helped me. Yeah, I never would have went on to Twitch where I'm going to get like 5 people watching. You know what I mean? It definitely helps to have like a foundation to build off of. And basically what I always told myself is that I would probably be more likely to stream when people were asking me to. And you know, over time I've gotten more and more people asking me if I do stream, if I would stream, and things just kind of came together. But yeah, I'm really lucky. And yeah, in that case, you know, it's people like you that made this transition like really easy for me, because when it comes to streaming, you know, you don't ever want to have a stream where you feel like only 4 or 5 people are watching. I streamed a little bit back on Twitch a long time ago. I did Outer Worlds? No, Outer Wilds. Not Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds. And then that one Monster Hunter-esque game, Dauntless, I did a little bit of that. And yeah, you know, when you're trying to start off on Twitch, nobody watches. Nobody's gonna be there. This was definitely the way to go. Don't get motion sick, Alex. Tactical. Of being Sunday, are you marathoning the stream today? Man. I'm old, I can't marathon. I'm gonna go for a while, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm having a good time. I didn't know if I would even get on today. I put up kind of a stream schedule on the Discord. And it's in my channel description too on YouTube now, but like nobody sees your channel description, because to see the channel description you have to go to the page, you have to click on the little caret that extends the rest of the text, and then you'd have to look there. So I'm trying to figure out like where would there be like an actual useful place for me to put this streaming schedule so people have an idea ahead of time. And yeah, so it's on the Discord and it's in my channel description. But the point was that like Sundays was kind of like an off day, so for me to be on today is in the future going to be kind of irregular, but yeah, I did put the schedule together, and with the schedule it's always like I could stream more than that. The schedule is kind of like the baseline of when I'm like can basically be expected to be on. But that's not to say that we won't be on more than that. It really depends on how the streams go. The thing that, like, for me I have to consider as a creator is, like, my channel's being a little wonky right now because YouTube is used to me putting up, like, a bunch of pre-recorded content, like, X amount of videos a day, right? The algorithm kind of gets used to, like, your inputs. And so now, like, my metrics are weird, and I'm, like, sorting through, like, what's gonna work really well for the channel, you know? As far as, like, cadence of streams to cadence of recorded stuff. It's really interesting, and I'm still working through it, but yeah, I put the preliminary stream schedule up. Today we're gonna go for at least an hour longer, I think, and we'll just kind of go from there. I'd like to try to finish these quests up in the shimmering flats, but that being said, these could take a while. I have memories of these taking a very long time to complete all of them, because some of the drop rates for some of the items we need are very bad. I love that we can turn our back and we can avoid that stun. The stun is so nasty. So bad. Oh, I should not have aggroed this guy. Level 35 turtle. We might get wrecked. We're gonna have to be ready to heal. I might end up popping this mana potion, like, just preemptively, because we're gonna need the mana to heal. It's gonna be a long and arduous fight. Run. Run from the turtle! I don't think I have to run. I don't think we have to run. Maybe we do. I wish I would have swing. I wish I could see my guy swinging his weapon. I felt like we missed a swing there. Yeah, this is really something. Let's get another heal in here. We don't want like a crushing blow to come in. Okay, we're out of mana again. That's awesome. We might run from this. Yeah, it's crazy, but that could happen, I guess. I'd like to save up some mana to get another heal. If we can do that, that'd be okay. 275. Yeah, guys, we're gonna run. We're gonna run. We're gonna. Well, you know, maybe we fight now. We're gonna fight. Goodbye, Lay on Hands. You were good to us while we had you. We'll see you again in an hour. Thank you, level 35 turtle, for making me pop Lay on Hands. Much. Tell me the inventory's full. The inventory's full. Spectacular. Okay, that makes it easy. Back to town we go. Yeah. Did he drop a quest item? I didn't even see if he was kind enough to at least drop a quest item for us. Oh, we have a long run to get back. Yeah, we got the shell. Awesome. Yeah, okay, so level 35 turtles are off limits. Obviously. Weapon swing timer would help me. Yeah, it would also be one more thing that I have to consciously track, which I probably won't be able to do. If it's one more thing that I have to visually or mentally track, then we're kind of just trying to like minimize the amount of those things. At least I'm trying to minimize the amount of those things. I feel like there's all kinds of add-ons that could help, but it's about my ability and willingness to also then parse that information and use it. We're getting a lot of the bones. Usually I have trouble completing the vulture bone quest here, but today we are getting a lot of the bones. Level 30 to 32 are in the northwest. Okay, yeah, so I might not fight many more of them until we're over this way, because we just don't need that kind of grief. It was a little bit too scary for a turtle, you know what I mean? It looks like this time around it's going to be the scorpion venom that's going to be the hard one to find. We are going to need to see if somewhere down here we can buy some more water, because we are going to run out at this rate. Alright, let's go empty the bags before we kill anything else. Maybe we'll take the same route back up. We'll be able to loot some of the guys that we didn't loot on the way back out to the north would be probably the best idea. This guy is probably not going to have water, is he? Will anybody here have water? Drink vendor, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. There we go. I'd like to hold on to these for cooking, but to use them I have to get to 130 first. We're at 110, so you know we're not super far off. That being said, some of this stuff should probably be in my bank. I can't sell this. I think I need this for a quest, even though it doesn't really say that. I think I need to hang on to that for now. The bronze tube I need. The vulture meat I can sell. Shiny fish scales I think I can sell. We just don't have a lot of inventory space. We have plenty of stuff that can go in our bank.
Keep it real. Ah, potential customer. Keep it real.
Alright, well, I mean, that's what we're working with. We have limited inventory right now. Books from the farm we need. Story of Morgan Lattimore we probably don't need. What else? This is a quest item. Is there a forge we could smelt? Yeah. You'd think that there would be a forge. It makes sense for there to be a forge. They're making like rocket cars, but yeah, I don't see one. Yeah, there's no fortune. You know what we'll do? Let's go down to Gadgekstan. Let's jump on the flight point up to Ratchet, and we'll use the bank at Ratchet to store a bunch of stuff. Yeah, because we have a lot of stuff we can get rid of, a lot of crafting stuff that just needs to be in our bank, and then we would be golden if we could just get rid of some of it. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's do that. We're heading this way. We need to be careful. See, we're not quite ready to take on these gazers, so like this last quest here, we might not be doing that for a little while. Because we're not quite ready to take them on. There's a bank in Gadgekstan? Okay, okay. In Classic Era? Well, we're gonna definitely check it out. Yeah. BC Snake Eyes, happy birthday if it's your birthday, man. Best of vibes to you. Thanks for being here. We're getting to see a lot of new areas on this hardcore character. It's been really great to kind of like open up the world a little bit. We felt pretty sequestered in the starting zones for so many runs. We were just not getting out of the starting areas, so it's really, really great to be able to see more of Azeroth this time around. Now, our Flight Master is going to be out front, right? Yeah, this is the Horde Flight Master. So, we're going to go around out front. Yeah, the Sandstorm. Look at that. Definitely reduced visibility. Let's go look for a bank. I'll pop my head into a few buildings. I don't remember there being a bank in Gadgekstan, but it would kind of make sense. If not, we'll just jump on a quick flight up to Ratchet. Okay, we smelt here? No. Okay, it looks like a forge, but it's not working. Got it. Special armor
What's up?
crafter. What do you got?
Be good.
Time is money, friend. Hurry back.
We've got a miner.
Time is money, friend.
We can learn expert mining. We can learn to smelt iron. So that's really cool.
Have a good
All
one.
right. What else? There we go. It's not a bank yet, but it will help. I am going to be eating food in a moment here, so I am going to go no cam for a minute while I stuff my face with pizza, and we'll do a little bit of smelting, and then we'll take this either to the bank here or we'll find the bank where we're at. Alright, here we go.
What's up?
I may or may not have pizza or bread in my beard, so if I do, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's stash everything. Yeah, we still need a lot of stones. We're missing stones. We can't do a lot without them. So that's kind of unfortunate. We have some. Well, we have some. Let's see. Okay. So we could make a few of these. But I don't know if it's worth doing it right now. Maybe we just continue to store all of our materials. Okay, we're kind of running out of space though. I don't think we need the fish scales, do we? We're not going to need those at any point for what we're doing. We could buy the next slot here. It's 10 gold. That being said, we don't have a lot to spend our gold on. That would get us to 100. Yeah, but the thing is, like, we're not going to be able to make anything for ourselves yet, are we? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. This way we see what we can do, and then it's done, you know? Let's keep this here for now.
Keep it real.
Blacksmithing does seem to take very long, and a lot of materials, and a lot of effort, and just like a lot of time, yeah. The timing part is what's really held me back. Like, obviously, as you guys can see, apparently we have a lot of materials. I've been collecting them, shoving them into the bank. But then to make the choice to sit here for what's probably going to be like 15 minutes and do this, you know, everyone thinks they want to see a crafting stream. Well, this is what a crafting stream looks like. We're going to do some crafting, you know, during the sandstorm. And it's not going to be super exciting, but we're going to get some of this done, and we're going to get the materials out of our bank, because at the point where my bank is full, that's a good time to start doing some crafting. I can improve the professions window with Leatrix. Nice. Let's see. Enhance. Enhance. Reload. Okay. Alright. Yes, I think so. I do think that looks a little bit neater, yeah. I like being able to see more of the list all at once. So yeah, I appreciate that. Alex, slowly you're gonna have me have Leatrix take over like every aspect of the UI. It's like you're doing it one thing at a time. I see how you're doing it. It's really smart. Yeah, first it was the quest log that we changed. Now it's the blacksmithing window. Eventually it'll be the mini map, and like I see all these other options here, you know. Enhanced trainers, show cooldowns. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Turkton, yeah, when you're looking at our quest log, it's modified by Leatrix. So, you know, this is over here instead of it being stacked on top. It's really nice. I like it a lot better. Okay, let's see. So now that we've done all that, we can make 9 pairs of boots, because reading things upside down is good. Alright, let's do this and see what we get. The portrait with the text, Turkting, that's immersion. So yeah, when we're talking to quest givers and you're seeing the text down here, that's the immersion add-on. It's a really good add-on. Otherwise, the text is really hard for me to read in the standard window. I can read it much easier down in the immersion window. Okay, so we're at 102. I should probably chill here, and maybe we can... Oh, we can't train?
I am listening.
Can you train me? You can't train me. Okay. So, I mean, we can finish what we can do here, but yeah, to get any more patterns, we're going to need to go to an actual blacksmithing trainer, it looks like. Yeah, that's the problem, is I don't know that I can learn anything here, so maybe we just hold off now? Is that all we want to do? Just get to 100? Man, okay. Yeah, we can do it that way. And then next time we're in Stormwind or Ironforge, we will do the rest, I guess.
Hey, how you doing?
Crafting stream aborted. I thought one of those guys was going to be able to be a blacksmithing trainer for us. And then, well, right now, we're on Bloodsail Buccaneers, so that's a US East server, and Bloodsail Buccaneers is where most of the hardcore community, at least stateside, is. And then I know the EU also has a server they use, but I don't know the name of it. Yeah. But yeah, right now we're on Bloodsail Buccaneers server. Sometime this summer there will be official Blizzard hardcore servers with actual rules baked into them in some way. But that's not going to be till later this summer. Alright, let's go sell the boots.
Be good.
Hydraxian Waterlords. You'd think I would remember that. That's such a unique and long server name. I don't think I'll forget it again. Hydraxian Waterlords. Okay. Perfect. Any kind of vendor. Guess we're going back over here.
I got what you need! Glad I could help!
Alright, so that's done. We have a little bit of inventory space. Let's head back to the north and continue the grind in the Shimmering Flats. You know what? We didn't grab the flight point, did we? We're not leaving here without the flight. Yeah, yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, we didn't grab the flight point, and we are going to grab it. We're going to take the long way, so... See, this is good. In a recorded series, I would have ran away probably without grabbing the flight point. So, this is good. Progress, we're making progress. Well, the truth of the matter is, like, most of you guys know what I'm gonna forget to do before I forget to do it, because you've been around for so long. You've seen countless videos where I say, I'm gonna get the flight point, and then I never ever get the flight point. See, the Undercity flight point, I don't remember what playthrough it was. Yeah, the Undercity flight point that I stood next to like 3 times and never picked it up, to the point where people thought I was trolling, and I wasn't. I was simply being that absent-minded. Rovisart, you want to know how I like streaming? Is it more fun than recording videos? It's more fun. Yeah, is it more fun? Fun is such an interesting word. It means different things to different people. I really like the streams. I really like being able to interact with you guys. You have helped me stay alive. You have helped me learn things about the game that for 20 years I didn't know. And you've been awesome, and it's been a really great time streaming. I definitely get more excited to sit down for a stream than I do to sit down to record, and that was not something that I was really expecting. And yeah, I like the recordings, I like the immersive stuff, but I really like streaming. I'm still working through things, you know. I'm still relatively new at it. I don't want you level 34. You can hang out back there. I feel good about the real-time chat. That's one of the best parts about it. And it's not real-time, it's like a 10-second delay. But it's real enough, right? It's as real as we can get. I think that there will always be playthroughs that I prefer to do like as an immersive recorded run, but then there will be characters, like hardcore characters, I really want to keep the hardcore stuff on streams. I feel like hardcore and streaming kind of go together. I feel like, you know, it adds something to it for all of us when it's hardcore. The stakes are higher, it's more interesting to watch. When I could die at any moment. And you thought I was just ignoring you for 10 seconds every time? No, it's the 10-second delay. It's just like live TV, there's like that 10-second delay, you know? Corey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been an awesome couple of days. We made it to 31, we found this blue axe. It's been a great time. Johnny Hoover, hey man, thanks for stopping by. And tell child number 5 happy birthday, if it's their birthday, which I'm sure you'll figure out. Thanks for being here, man. Take care. Number 5, happy birthday to you. Loris, are you asking what graphics card I got when I built my new rig? I put a 3070 in it. Oh, what's that? Let's see. Rain Caller, Cap of the Whale. Okay, 8 stamina, 8 spirit. That's going to help us more than the intellect. So, yeah, that's awesome. It's probably not going to look as cool as what we have. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a little hood thing. So, I think we're going to not display that. It would look really cool on a clothy, like a wizard, you know? But for us, we are going to turn that off for now. We have not done any dungeons yet on this character, and I don't plan to for this one. So when they do the hardcore servers, we're gonna guild up. We're gonna have a guild, and then I will run 5-mans with any of you guys who would like to do that. But I don't have a big interest in pugging it. I don't really want to pug. Not in hardcore, and not really ever, but not in hardcore especially. It's mainly a safety thing. Yeah, for me and for other people. Yeah, I don't want to put my life in the hands of 3 random people, 4 random people, and I don't want to have their lives in my hands right now. Especially as we get higher and higher in level. On the Horde side, there's some low-level dungeons you can easily do that aren't very risky. Like Wailing Caverns is okay. Ragefire Chasm, if you're going slow, there's basically no risk of wiping a group in there. But then on the Alliance side, you have tricky stuff like Dead Mines. Some of the pulls in Dead Mines are tricky, and there are a couple of bugs in Dead Mines where like you can be in the wrong spot, you can pull a bunch of guys, and that kind of started me on the path of just not wanting to do any 5-man content on this one. Not right now. Yeah, it's like any dungeon you can wipe, right? At any time. For any reason. It could be something that happens with a mob, it could be something that happens with another player. There's too many things that I can't control. And when I'm trying to make this the last character that we run on Bloodsail Buccaneers prior to official hardcore opening up, I just don't want to risk the biscuit when it's not absolutely necessary. Auntie, you want to know my favorite pasta? I'll give you this one question, man. Yep, my favorite pasta, it would be lasagna. Yeah, lasagna. Lasagna pasta. The pasta that comes together to make lasagna. Corey, what it really takes is acceptance. You have to accept the fact that you're probably going to die. Yeah. And then you're going to go again. And then you have to accept the fact that you're probably going to die again. But then you're going to go again. And then you're going to have to accept the fact that you're probably going to get killed again. But eventually there will be glory, you know. Eventually out there glory waits for you. But you're going to die a lot. You're going to die a lot, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the pep talk. You're right. Yeah, you can do it. You're going to be fine. Except more accurately, you're not. More accurately, you're going to get killed. And also having like a coping mechanism. Like you have to plan your coping mechanism. Like how am I going to cope with it when I get a character killed? I like to go take a nap. After almost every character that I've gotten killed, I have just gone and taken a little nap. And then I wake up and I'm usually ready to go again. I'm ready to at least create the next character at that point. So that's my coping mechanism, is sleep. Unconsciousness is my coping mechanism for losing a character. Alex, you're a fan of thinking you're going to keep multiple characters going, kind of like leveling with each other, that way when one goes out, you still have backups? It's not a bad idea. Some people like to do that because they like to park the character to get it rested XP, so yeah, if you have time and willingness to level like a couple characters at a time, maybe doing like, for a while we did one Horde and one Alliance kind of simultaneously. For me, what happened was like, all those keybinds that you need to know right away that are going to save your life, when you're jumping between multiple characters, sometimes your brain does not trigger the keybinds quickly enough, or, worst case scenario, you reach for an interrupt or a button that's not there on the class you're currently on that would have been there on the other class. So it's a good idea to let, you know, you keep multiples going so that, you know, one dies, okay, that's fine, we can keep playing on the others. But I feel like, you know, if you're keeping too many characters going, maybe the reason they're getting killed is just that lack of muscle memory. That's kind of what I felt after a while. It was why I stopped trying to do 2 hardcore runs at the same time. I felt like it was splitting my brain. But I feel like if you can do that, maybe it's about taking your time. Because that being said, when I was trying to do that, I was playing a little bit differently, and I wasn't going as slowly, and I wasn't being as methodical. So maybe if I had a couple characters going and I was kind of approaching them the way we've approached this character, then perhaps things could have been different. I think the most important thing is to have your interrupts bound to the same key. So like I try to keep my interrupts on this key here, so that I know on any character I hit this key, and it's going to be an interrupt. So I try to do things like that. Also, the save me buttons, having your save me buttons in the same spot, having your heals in the same spot. There's things you can do to like minimize, you know, that muscle memory loss. And a lot of it is having the same type of ability bound in the same key. And if you do that, I feel like that would be very helpful when it comes to keeping track of like different sets of reflexes for different characters could get really hard. Dragonsbane, you're running behind me skinning everything? That's awesome, man. Yeah. I feel bad a lot of times not having skinning. We're just leaving money on the ground. It feels bad. Okay, no level 34, guys. Yeah, we can grab this level 30 guy. That sounds like right where we need him to be. Good night, Gracie. You want me to explain hardcore? Yeah, the basic rule of hardcore is just that you can't res. So if you die, you're just dead, you know. You don't have to delete the character. It can live on as a ghost, but you can't res it, so death technically equals delete. Other restrictions, it's solo self-found, so you can't trade with other players. You cannot use the auction house. You cannot use the mailbox. And if you're talking about doing dungeon runs, you can only kill each boss once per character. So technically you can do every dungeon one time. And that's basically it. Yeah, no trading, no auction house. Death equals delete. Yeah, Corey, you're right. So you can do like a duo hardcore or a trio hardcore where like you can have a friend or somebody that you're going to play with and you're both hardcore characters. You run only together. You only play when you're both on. And then you can trade with that person. That allows you to have like professions that complement each other's professions and you can kind of trade back and forth within your duo or trio, but that's it. Yeah, anything outside the duo or trio, there's no trading. And yeah, it's a trio is the max. You can't do groups of more than 3. I think that's to keep it so that the elite villages don't become like easy content. I still feel like, you know, 3 people could easily tackle like Pyrewood Village and places like that. Especially if they had tank and heals. They could definitely do it. So I feel like, yeah, trios are at a big advantage. Even over duos, because I don't know if a duo could tackle... It would depend on the classes if they could tackle like an elite group. I don't know when we started the character. I'd have to look at my first videos for that. Our playtime I can show you. So we were at 2 days, 19 hours. So 2 days, 20 hours basically. So 68? For people that can do math, I think it's close to 68 hours. And I typically have played this character for anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a day. But I don't know the exact day that we started. I need to remind myself that we are picking up the car parts. I don't think I've really picked up many. How many car parts do I have? 6 out of 30. Yeah, we've definitely had more opportunity at car parts than I've taken advantage of. And here are the low-level tortoises. That's perfect. Level 30. Yeah, level 30 seems good. The start date for the character should be in the tab of the hardcore add-on. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we can check there. For sure. Let me kill this guy. What are we looking for here? I guess we're going backwards. So, sometime... Oh, wait. This is every character, right? Yeah, I don't think this is all... Maybe this is all us. Is this the one character? Or is this multiple characters listed here? Because I don't think that Tuesday, February 7th is right. I don't think that's right. And the problem is I've named all my hardcore characters the same name, you know. I delete them, then I rename them the same exact name. So I don't know how accurate that was. It's all characters. Yeah, I'd have to find... Right, that'd be difficult for me to try to find the current character we're on, I guess. So here, maybe we can take a closer look at it. It would probably be the most recent one, right? April 5th? Maybe April 5th, yeah. Yeah, I think the one back in February would have been the first one we did with the add-on. I don't even know if the shaman, when we did the shaman, I don't think I had the hardcore add-on for that one, so I don't even think that would have been the shaman. That would have been whoever came after the shaman. And I don't remember what class that was. We've been at it for a while. Yeah, we've been at it for a couple of months, I think, on this character. Maybe not, maybe a month. I'd have to check my videos. Corey, do I feel like I'm missing out on Joyous Journeys? Oh, I'm not missing out on anything, man. No, this is exactly where I want to be spending my time right now. I am not missing out on anything, and I think a lot of people felt that way. And that's why I don't think as many people came back for Joyous Journeys like they thought. I think that, you know, it's good for some people who really, really enjoy Wrath, but I think a lot of people who enjoy Wrath, they have some alts that they love already. And it just didn't seem like it brought as many people back this time around, and I definitely don't feel like I'm missing out on it. We started a shaman, you know, then I found out we were only going to have 4 weeks with the buff. I tried to pick up a level 40 shaman to kind of slide that into place. I got into Stranglethorn and did a /who one afternoon. There was only 5 other people online. So, yeah. I don't know. I just kind of fell out of it. I've been having so much fun in the hardcore mode that it's really hard to make myself play a lot of Wrath right now. Yeah, Corey, get in and get a character killed off. You'll know how you feel right away. Like, try a character, play for a while, okay? A lot of people can get, you can get to like level 15, level 19 sometimes. Some people try out on their first character, they get quite far. But what you have to do is like, you have to get a character killed. Because only that experience is going to be able to tell you if hardcore is ultimately something you're going to enjoy. Or if it's something that you just felt like you just wasted a chunk of your time, you know what I mean? And everyone is different when it comes to this. And I don't think you know it about yourself until you get that character killed. Because then you're gonna feel like a lot of things. But the thing you're looking for that feeling eventually, whether it's an hour later or the next day of, oh, I want to go again. I've learned a lot. I know I can do better. I want to go again. Some people like to go again on the same class, change the race up. Some people like to go again on a different class. What I did is if the character died before level 10, we'd just re-roll that class. If they died after level 10, then I liked to go to a different class. But I feel like if you were like super serious about wanting to get the 60, you'd probably just stick with a class that you love and just try to make it work. But yeah, I'd say get a character killed and see how you feel. LS, would I play Cataclysm Classic? Yeah, I'd probably play it. You know, I'd level through it. The new leveling zones. 70, was it 70 to 80? Yes, 70 to 80. Yeah, I would do it once to read the zone stories. And that would probably be about it. Similar to Wrath, I did a lot of raiding in Cataclysm, so like I've already kind of done that. And I'm not really interested in just farming up the same gear that I've already farmed up in the past. If I had a solid static group of people who really wanted to raid, we could just have a fun time together, I'd love that, but I'm not gonna like look for a raiding guild or pug raids or anything like that. The only way I would ever be interested in like endgame Cataclysm would be potentially is if we just had an awesome guild of like core people who wanted to raid. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 80 to 85, right. Yeah, I've got my classic era brain is on and I don't know level brackets anymore. That's right, that was the one that was only 5 levels. So it felt like the longest 5 levels you've ever experienced. I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, I would play it, you know. It'd be cool to see those leveling zones again at the high level. I'm not really interested in like the remake of the old world. You know, there's stuff there we could check out. Checking out the Worgen stuff would be cool. But yeah, it doesn't interest me. Cataclysm is not classic to me. Anything after they remake the old world is not classic. So while I would play re-released Cataclysm, but I would be loath to call it classic Cata. Because in my mind it doesn't qualify for that. That was the long answer, yeah. And yeah, Corey, I feel like people go one of two ways. You, like me, you either get more attached to the character because of the perilous circumstances of your journey, or maybe some people might get less attached. And I think depending on the kind of person you are, would determine whether or not you really love hardcore. Because yeah, I can definitely see how some people would think like, well, there's no way I can delete my character. Like, that's out of the question. And I definitely understand that. Like, me 5 years ago would not be doing the hardcore challenge. Because me 5 years ago, I wouldn't understand why I would make a character that could possibly just get deleted. And yeah, it's just like you change, and the way that you enjoy the game sometimes changes. And that's the really cool thing about WoW, is that you can enjoy WoW in these different versions, in these different play modes, and like the way you enjoy the game can be different over time. Like me, I used to raid log, you know, in Wrath, Kata, even leading into when I got to Legion, and you couldn't really raid log anymore. That was when I knew that my raiding career was over, right? Because you had to get on, you had to farm infinite AP. I didn't want to do that. I didn't have time for it, but mainly I thought it was super boring, just to do all the world quests to farm your AP up. But before that, I would mainly raid log. I'd do the things I needed to do to make sure I was ready for raid, and then I would just log on for raids and hang out with my guild. And that was like super fun. That's how I enjoyed the game for years and years. And now I'm just mainly a solo player, and now we're doing hardcore. So it's like the way that you play the game and the way that you engage with it can definitely change over time. Auntie, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me. I have a feeling. And if you weren't planning to tell me, then I don't know. Yeah. If it was just an actual question, I have no idea. But if it was like a changing the light bulb joke, then I'm assuming you're going to tell me. Right, right. Yes, exactly. I don't have a soundboard, so I can't give you like a cymbal crash. And I can't do one very well either, so I'm sorry about that. These turtles, man, they don't want to give us shells. And I know they're not turtles, okay? But either way, they are being very, very stingy. Maybe if I complain about it more, that will help. You ever take like that first bite of pizza and you know you should wait and you know it's way too hot, and then the cheese burns the roof of your mouth and you get like a bubble blister on the roof of your mouth? That's what I'm dealing with right now. I had pizza, and of course I wanted to eat it fast, you know, because we were streaming. And I just totally scorched the roof of my mouth. It's awful. I'm like a 12-year-old. I can't even wait to take my bite of pizza, you know, and I know what's going to happen. It's like it's happened hundreds of times. Yeah, the Rambling Ramblers will happen on the hardcore realm. So whenever we're all there, we will start up our guild. And then hopefully we'll be able to do some 5-mans that don't result in anybody getting killed. That would be best case scenario. Alright, let's take inventory of everything here. We need 3 more Scorpion Venom, 6 more shells, we need 17 more car parts, And we're not going to be able to do the Basilisk one right now. We can get these other guys, but the Saltstone ones, those are like level 34, level 35. And I don't really feel comfortable taking them on. If we did, we'd have to do it really slowly, one at a time. I don't think it's really responsible, so I think we might have to wait on that quest and come back for it. Everything else we should be able to get done, but I kind of want to prioritize the quest that I know we're going to be able to finish. Which right now means the Scorpion Venom and the Tortoise Shells. We got all of our Vulture Bones, right? Yeah, we did. That's awesome. That's usually one of the harder ones for me to complete, so... Jitter, you left when we were level 29. What did you miss? Well, you missed a couple levels. Yeah, we hit level 30. We got this awesome world drop, Kill Maim. That dropped in the wetlands off of some raptors. We've got this new helmet that's still also a cloth helmet, but it's a little bit better for us than what we had. And we've almost died a lot of times, but we got out of it, so yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the music here is really good. Absolutely. And I try to keep the music up for you guys. So if it's ever too quiet, just let me know. Sometimes what happens is I get into the city and I turn it down. And then I forget to turn it. It looks like it's good for right now. That's usually how I like to keep it. Are we working on any other achievements besides staying alive? No, not for this one. No, I figure like staying alive is the main one. And if we ever get to a point where we've got multiple characters that are alive at level 60, then I think it would be cool to take on some of the additional challenges, although some of them are quite obscene. So there's that. And also, like, I'm wondering what kind of additional challenges are going to be available on the official hardcore realms, because we don't know anything about them yet. But we're assuming that we're not going to be using the add-on anymore. So when it comes to like those optional achievement runs that you have access to, like the ones that the add-on kind of tells you about, like I don't know what's going to be available when we get on the official hardcore stuff. Because yeah, we have all these achievements, right? That are like optional. Some quest achievements, yeah. I don't know if we've achieved anything like passively. And yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a real thing, you know what I mean? Maybe that will be something they work in, but they would have to design like an in-game UI for it if they wanted it to be part of the official hardcore servers. That would actually be work. They'd actually have to like do stuff and put new stuff into the game. I am muted, yeah. Sorry about that. I was saying that's not very long. 1 month is not very long. I thought it was longer. We have been playing this character quite a bit in that case. Ivan, thank you, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming to hang out with the stream. That's awesome. Corey, yeah, the Bloodsail Buccaneers server is US East. Hydraxian Waterlords is the EU hardcore server. So yeah, if you're looking for EU, that's Hydraxian Waterlords. Yeah. Yep. So Bloodsail Buccaneers in the US, Hydraxian Waterlords in the EU. Same kind of thing. Everyone there, I think, is doing the hardcore run, just like here on Bloodsail Buccaneers. So you won't be here, but you will be on a hardcore server, basically. What constitutes a hardcore server now, which is that the bulk of the community is doing the hardcore challenge. Some people have told me that there are ways that you can, on an EU account, connect to a US server, but I don't know what they would be. But it is a thing that people have talked about. I really like the validation window here. I've never looked at this. It's really cool. So if someone had died, let's say, like, if a streamer had gotten their character killed, like, off stream, it would fail right here. I'm hoping this would say fail. This is kind of like your verification. Yeah, I've been treating Blessing of Might like a combat buff, which does have the effect that sometimes I'm walking around without it. I do try to throw it up in combat. I kind of treat it like a battle shout, and less like a buff that I'm going to keep up all the time, because for me, it's like really hard for me to keep a 5-minute buff up all the time. And it costs so little mana to put it up that I don't think it's necessary. So I've just kind of been treating it as a combat buff, popping it every few fights to try to maintain some uptime on it. Blood Moon, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of questing here in the Shimmering Flats. Just some of the easier low-level stuff that we can actually do safely. I am having a good day. I hope you're having a good one too. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Steven, the axe, it's the Kill Maim axe, so level 21, much better than what we had. Not really ideal for a human. We don't benefit from the axes like we do swords and maces, but yeah, we really needed a weapon upgrade, and we were able to manifest this one into the game by thinking about it a lot. So yeah, definitely a good find. And now we just need to make sure that we get another one probably in the next like 8 or 9 levels. I'd like to get something a little bit higher to drop, so I've been thinking about, you know, maybe like a blue sword or a blue mace would be cool. Just trying to put that thought out there into the universe so that maybe that happens for us. Chad and Laura, thank you guys for being here and hanging out. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. Oh, we're done with this one. Perfect. Okay, so car parts. Lots and lots of car parts. And probably the occasional basilisk, but like I said, we're not going to go after the gazers until we are at least level 33, so we're going to have to hold on to this quest for a little bit. I just don't feel safe enough taking them on. Even if we try to do it one at a time, with how the turtles have treated us, I don't really want to find out what happens with the basilisk. I feel like we have some competition here for the car parts. Yeah, that's why we're not finding anything. Okay, okay. Maybe we need to not be running like right behind this other player so that we can actually find some of our own car parts. Of course, the ones we find are going to be surrounded by scorpions. Yeah, you know, level 31 happened really quick after level 30, it seemed like. It didn't feel like we were level 30 for long. It was probably just like the endorphins and the excitement of being level 30. Like, I barely remember getting to 31. Because we got the axe when we were level 32, so it was like one awesome thing after the next, and then before I knew it, we were level 31. It's been good. Mm-hmm. I don't want this guy. Oh, he's only level 33. For some reason, I thought he was 39. I still don't want to fight him. It's pointless. But at least he's not like a big, chunky guy that's going to aggro us and kill us. Makes me feel a little bit better. Jory, nothing happened yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't drop a recording yesterday. Yesterday was what we call a day off. Yeah. Yep. Yesterday I did absolutely nothing as far as World of Warcraft is concerned. That is true, so you didn't miss anything from yesterday. We soaked up a little bit of rested XP, you know, at the inn. That was about it. Yeah, I'd scheduled something earlier in the day and then I just had things coming up and decided ultimately that I just wanted to take the day and be with the family. So that was what happened. Greylegs, thank you for being here, man. And yeah, the ESO series, I'm going to continue that as a recorded series. Those will be starting either Monday or Tuesday. Probably look on Tuesday for that series to resume. I've been working out like what my streaming schedule is going to be, what my recording schedule is going to be, because streaming is really new to me. So prior to a little bit over a week ago, I didn't do any streams. And, you know, I've been really enjoying the streams, and I'm just trying to figure out like how they work into the channel and what the best cadence is for people. But yeah, the ESO playthrough is going to be one of the recorded series that's going to keep going. And yeah, check out Tuesday for that. Yeah, I'm loving the stories in ESO, for sure. Whitney, I wouldn't mind doing like a Wrath Classic endgame stream, so maybe like healing some heroic pluses on the Pally sometime. Maybe something like that. It's just that recently I just haven't been drawn to log into Wrath at all. That'll probably change, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing like some 5-mans on an impromptu evening stream or something. whenever the feeling strikes. What would help me out a lot would be the LFD tool. I've talked about that probably too much. Is that if we had the looking for dungeon tool, if I can jump onto my pally and I could just queue up and I knew that in 2 or 3 minutes we were going to get put into a group, yeah, that would be awesome. When it comes to like getting on, standing in Dahl, having to look for groups, either waiting for an invite or having to reach out to people, it stops you from doing other stuff at the same time. I don't want to do that yet. I'm kind of waiting for LFD. Yeah, definitely when ICC. Yeah, because that's when we got it originally. I think is when ICC came out. The new 5-mans are gonna drop. The Forge of Souls. I can't remember the others. I thought there were 3 new 5-mans. Those are the ones that gave like epics off their last boss, which at the time was not common. You didn't get epics from 5-mans, and then suddenly you were getting epics from 5-mans, and it kind of changed things. I appreciate that, Greylegs. Yeah, in this one we've been reading less of the quest, so I have to admit, you know, historically I read everything, but in hardcore WoW I don't. But in immersive playthroughs I do tend to try to read everything out that isn't voice acted. For the hardcore runs I stopped reading everything out because we had done the starting zone so many times that, like, you know, there's only so many times you can read out the same quest. And I've read them all out a lot. Ryan, the Diablo 4 version I get would probably not be relevant to you anymore because I paid the extra money. I paid the $100, but that was just so I can get in when the game actually came out and not 4 days later. So I paid the extra money. At the time, it was worth it to me because I got to play on the 2nd instead of waiting to play on, I believe it was the 5th. Without that, I would never have spent any more money on the game. Like, if I'm buying the game today and not then, I just spend the base amount of money because the base amount of money is already too much. But I paid extra to get in early, basically, is how they got me. Never would have done that for any of the things they offer as, like, digital rewards and stuff. I don't care about any of that stuff. They literally got me to pay more money just so I can play the game when it actually came out. And that was it. Yeah, it was all about the early access. Yeah, I would not spend that money now. I would just buy the base game. Yeah, I've been thinking about giving D4 another shot with a different character class. I think maybe I'm just not resonating with the Druid at all, and people have told me that Druid is really boring to play. And I can see, like, yeah, people, because I've heard people talk about the game, and they're like, oh, pressing the buttons is so fun, it's like video game crack, and I'm like, that's not my experience. Mine has been more methodical and boring than anything else. And so I've contemplated giving Diablo 4 another shot on a different class. Auntie, no one would have watched a Diablo series 4 days later. Yeah, exactly, man. No, that's part of what it is about. Yeah, definitely. Uh-huh. Yeah, Auntie, definitely. That's certainly true. Yeah, for me, it's an investment, right? I'll tell you, it was an investment that did not pay off, but it was still an investment. It's not going to make back what I spent on it, you know. I was hoping to get more fun for my investment, so that's why I'm saying I might do a reroll and just see how I feel about it. Because yeah, it was not an investment that paid off for me either in my enjoyment or in any other way. So, kind of hoping to at least get some more enjoyment out of it. I might go Rogue, just because I haven't heard anybody complain about Rogue. It's either Rogue or Barbarian.
Need assistance?
Maybe I should just go Barbarian and do like a Whirlwind build.
Be
I don't know.
seeing you.
I don't know if anything will make me love the game, but I feel like there could be a character class that makes me enjoy it a little bit more than I did.
Off with you.
Alright, so... Oh, Salty Scorpid Venoms. That's right. That's right, we never did get our Venoms. Let's try to do that. Let's try to get our Venoms. I'm not so worried about finishing up the Scorpids that or the Basilisks we still need. We'll have to come back to do that one anyway. The Asmongold build, is that what he did? Did he do a Whirlwind build? I don't really watch Asmongold play games. I usually watch some of his videos talking about things because I think he's really incredibly smart. I love his opinions on stuff. So, but I don't watch him like play. I don't watch him stream. I just watch some of his stuff on YouTube. So I have no idea what he played, except Barbarian does seem like something he would go with. Yeah. Alex, you spent the $80 and bounced off of it. That's how I feel, man. That's what I feel like. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I bounced off of it. But like, I'm willing to give it another chance on a different class. Because yeah, the bouncing happened. I did not stick to it as one would want to do, right? I did not stick to it. Yeah, Ryan, I thought I was going to do that too, but then I bounced off the story. The story, like, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. We killed the girl's mom, then we were hanging out with her afterwards. Now she wants to res her mom as some kind of undead thing to get information out of her. And I'm like, this is all kind of icky, and I'm not really resonating with any of it. Grey Legs, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's super generous of you. No support is small. Just you guys being here is amazing. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Gloria, thank you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Whitney, is Goomba still basement banned? He's not. He's not banned. He's not down here today. But he's not banned right now. We've kind of done some just tidying up a little bit. Things that we thought he couldn't get into that he could get into, we kind of squared away. So the basement is now an okay place for him to be, but he's not down here with me today. I think he's up with his mom. If I had to guess. He likes to cuddle with my son too. If my son's playing on the Xbox or even on his Switch or something, he likes to find him while he's doing stuff like that. Anything where the boy will be stationary for more than like 20 minutes at a time, he likes to find him and curl up. And I support that. Even if it means that he can't be down here in my lap, I support it. Yeah, hey Johnny, welcome back, man. Yeah, we're still here for now. I think I want to finish up this Scorpion quest at least. See if we can get that done and kind of assess things from there. We don't have a lot of other places we can go to do a lot of quests right now, so this was good for today. I just wonder what's next. I'm not really ready to jump back into Stranglethorn yet, so we will see. And these guys are not dropping any venoms. That's the other problem. Plenty of kill XP though. Yeah, and you know, we've had a lot of competition out here for the few amount of people that are in our level range. We have had quite a bit of competition for some of the objectives out here. Well, that was a blue. Now, that was not what I asked for, and I don't think we can use it, but we're getting pretty lucky. Two-handed staff, obviously. 65 to 99. 6 stamina, 15 spirit. There you go. It's too bad no auction house. Yeah. So that kind of like eats up some of our probability when it comes to getting something to drop that we actually need. You know, as cool as that is to see that drop. It really sucks that we can't do anything with it, and it really sucks that we can't sell it to somebody. Yeah, it would be great for a priest. It's a shame. It is a shame. How much time to get from level 1 to 60? Like the medium amount of time? You know, people's answer will vary. It's probably about 250 hours, I would say, in Classic Era. 200 to 250. Depending on how you level and what class you are and all that stuff. Like, we're level 30 right now. We are at 68, 60-something hours of playtime. And we're probably less than a third of the way through the journey from 1 to 60. Yeah, I'd say a solid 200 hours. Rested XP got exposed? ZXTV? By rested XP, do you mean the add-on rested XP? And you'd have to give a little bit more info about what being exposed means. I try never to expose myself. Okay, especially in public. Especially on the internet. So, I don't know what exactly happened with them. Did they get exposed as, like, you know, it's a paid add-on that basically tells people every step of how to succeed at hardcore? Is that what they got exposed for? Or did they get exposed for it being exactly what it was? An email? Okay. I can check that out. Has anyone recognized me from outside of my stream? No, I think that's, like, statistically impossible. I don't think so. Not in, if you're talking about like real life. Sometimes people in the game will see my character and they'll know who I am in the game, you know, because in the game people know who I am sometimes. In real life, nobody knows who I am. In real life, I'm just the tall, angry looking guy over there who you probably want to like avoid and not speak to. And that's probably it. That's all I am to people in real life. The fee they were charging for it did violate the terms of service. Now, some people were saying that it did. Some people were saying that it didn't. Yeah, I think that add-on needs to just be shut down, and I think I made that pretty clear when we talked about it before. Which is that, you know, having an add-on that's going to tell you like what to do next in a hardcore run invalidates the entire spirit of hardcore, and I think it's kind of disgusting that a lot of the people who are like supposedly like, the big streamers and some of the bigger people in the hardcore community. They not only use this add-on, they created the add-on, and then to charge people money to get the add-on to do the thing they want it to do, I think is heinous. Yeah, and that's how I feel about it. It's pretty simple. That's why there's no in-game quest tracker in Wrath of the Lich King? Yeah. I don't know. Some of that is maybe like conspiracy theory-ish, but... The thing I care about, like whether or not they're collaborating with Blizz, I'm not going to speculate on any of that stuff, obviously. But the fact that they are charging people money for an add-on in any way, shape, or form, I think should immediately violate terms of service. Immediately. Stefan K, are there still people playing Classic WoW? There's so many people playing Classic Era right now. Yeah, it's really big right now, and thank you. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate that. I'll check it out, Dorsey. Yeah, and I'll see. Either way, you know, if it's getting shut down, if the end result is that the Rested XP add-on is not going to do what it does or is not going to exist in any way, then ultimately that's better. You know, I'm happy with that. Like, I don't really care. Like, you know, obviously, like, quest tracking is one thing, right? Quest tracking is one thing. Having an add-on in hardcore say, you know, go to this vendor, buy this best in-slot weapon for your level. Like, having an add-on that tells you, like, step-by-step how to do the best possible action while doing a hardcore run invalidates the spirit of the hardcore run. It completely invalidates it. Dorsey, yeah, I don't really care if you said the streamers who have RXP affiliates hyped up hardcore and RXP. Yeah, I'm sure they hyped it up to like maybe to sell it, but like the thing is, I just think I think it's heinous to use it, and I think it's heinous for them to like support it, to put it out there, to make money off it anyway. And I just think like ultimately using that kind of add-on that's guiding you so at such a granular level to where you don't have to do any research, any thinking, any effort of your own. You're just trying to follow what the add-on says to do next. I just think that's not hardcore. And yeah, that's it. That's how I feel about it. The fact that Blizzard let them go on about that for so long and to make money off of it for so long, like, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, add-ons, you shouldn't be able to charge for an add-on. I think certain add-ons need to not exist in hardcore. I think that's a real thing. Rested XP has got a lot of people killed in hardcore. Good. Good. They deserve it. That's a death reel that I'll watch. If there was a death reel of people getting killed off in hardcore because they're trying to follow a stupid add-on, I'll watch that one. Because I don't like watching the death reels. They usually depress me because it's sad, but I'll watch that death reel. Do I have an opinion on Zygor? I don't know what a Zygor is. Is that some kind of fruit? Yeah. I'd have to know what it was to have an opinion on it. If it's a person who streams hardcore or something, I don't care about them. My opinion is that I don't care about them. You know? That's about it. I know that Kargaz is a person, but I don't, same thing, I don't watch him, I don't know who he is, and I don't care. I guess is the easiest thing to say. I especially care even less if these are some people who like help the Rested XP add-on get where it was, and if there's some of the people making money off the Rested, then I care about them even less. I'm assuming right now that that's not true, but because I don't know, but if these people are people who have to do with the add-on or were making money off the add-on, then I think that they're complete asshats. They should be ashamed of themselves. That's about it. Yeah, Kargaz is behind RXP in the hardcore console. Oh, good. Great. That's perfect. All I can do is shake my head, right? Because, like, nothing else. There's nothing I can do. Tigers lost in the 9th? Well, that's typical. They all sound like fruit to me, Alex. I don't even know. It's not people names, so... I assume a fruit or something? Yeah, it's like, you know what? I don't really have anything else to say about them. It sucks. It sucks that these are supposed to be people in the hardcore community that other people, you know, you can't look up to people on the internet. Don't look up to people. People are out for themselves for the most part. But it sucks to see it on such like an obvious display of just capitalizing on people's like weakness, basically. Zygor is an add-on. Okay, Zygor is not a fruit or a person. Zygor is an add-on. Kargaz is a person. Okay, got it. We've established some of the fruits, people, and add-ons. Don't look to me for... Jittery, stop it. Don't look to me for guidance. absolutely would be a bad idea. Yeah, my opinions are all just my own. And it probably wouldn't be very good to have some of my opinions out there in the world. Roach, I think we're just talking about how Kargaz is one of the people behind the Rested XP add-on, and the Rested XP add-on is an add-on that like walks you step by step through hardcore. It tells you, you know, go to this vendor, you can get a best-in-slot dagger, go here, get these potions. It'll walk you through every step of the way, and I guess the problem is that some of these people were selling the add-on, profiting off of the add-on in some manner, which is against Blizzard terms of service. You're not supposed to sell or profit off of an add-on, and I guess that's what's happening, or what has happened. But it's been happening for a long time, and it feels like maybe just now Blizzard is putting. I don't know anything really about it. I haven't watched the video yet. I'm just listening to what people in chat are saying. So I am strictly trusting chat right now. I have none of my own info. Yes, Auntie, you guys guide me. Yes, you do. And I don't pay you. I don't pay you. That's the important part. If anything, the opposite is true, so. Yeah, he's selling RXP, capitalizing on players. Every major streamer has affiliates in RXP in one way or another. So basically, it's like, you know, a bunch of the big WoW hardcore streamers, they have this add-on RXP that they're invested in some way, and then therefore they can make money off of this, and that's against TOS. Great, like you say, people are forgetting to actually play their games. Yes. Yes, exactly. If you're gonna use an add-on that's gonna walk you through every step of what to do in a game, just don't play the game. Please, for the love of God, go outside, look at the sun, breathe the air, do something else, okay? If you don't even want to have like an off-the-book adventure in a video game, that's where you're meant to have like off-the-book unscripted adventures, just go do something else. Please. Please. Nebulok, greetings. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Yeah, guys, don't stare directly at the sun, right? Go out, go enjoy the sunshine without looking directly at it. Lisa Evans, good afternoon. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Steven, you say it's more to the fact that they're in Blizzard's ear and selling the add-on at the same time. Yes, it's definitely effed that these are the people that Blizzard is looking to and meeting with as part of like the hardcore council. That these are the people that they're talking to and working with, you know, for the new hardcore realm. That Blizzard is working with these people in any way, you know, kind of sickens me. It sucks that they're doing what they're doing already, and I think that they have to know that it sucks. You know what I mean? They have to know that it sucks. And so, yeah, the fact that they are also the people that Blizzard is listening to is really concerning. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't surprise me at all, obviously. Like, it doesn't surprise me. Blizzard is not testing, like, the morality of people before they start engaging with them. Like, oh, who is really popular in the community? Oh, these people are the most popular people. Let's talk to them. And just because you're the most popular people doesn't mean that you're the people making smart or good choices or that all of your shit is strictly on the level. Which in this case, obviously, it is not. And I'm sure Asmongold will have a video about it too. Wait a couple hours. If this is a thing that's happening today, that's just developed today, then just wait for Asmon to have a take on it. He'll get into it. I tend to take stuff like this too personally when it comes to people profiting off of shit. Especially profiting in that way where you're not only taking advantage of somebody who doesn't know as much as you do, you're also, in my opinion, you're preventing them from ever experiencing the game in the right way or in any way that it was ever meant to be experienced. You know what I mean? Like, using some quest tracking is one thing, having a guide step you through every single thing is something entirely different. And so not only would they be making money off of it, but they're also depriving people of a better experience, in my opinion. They are depriving people of the ability to play and learn the game like we all have, and to love it for the reasons that we love it. So yeah, It's pretty heinous. Can you stun the target and then use judgment? Yeah. I mean, I could. Yeah. When do you get a Rambles React series? That sounds cool, but you probably won't. No, any reacting I do will probably be done right here, and I'm not going to watch other videos and stuff, but I'll react to stuff you guys tell me. But yeah, I don't foresee a Clips channel or anything anytime in the future right now. Dorsey, what you just said was like you said some things that were true, but then you said the last thing which was incorrect. You cannot farm dungeons. You're right. You do have to quest, perhaps. And then you said which means you need RPX like guides even more. Right. Yeah. That's how they feel, right? That's how those people feel. But that's not true, right? We all know it's not true. You can grind on mobs, you know. We're getting to a point where we're not going to have a lot of quests to do, right? Because we're kind of betwixt leveling hubs right now. And what we're going to have to do is just go fight stuff. Or we're going to have to find quest. It's like, listen to this. You already have Questie, okay? You already have Questie, which means you can open up the world map at any time. And you can see, hey, where do I want to quest? Where's there a quest for me? And you can go there. That's already a lot of power. Especially like in vanilla era, like traditionally, you don't see all this stuff. This is already an add-on showing you where to go. You just have to use your brain a little bit and your eyes a little bit, and that's it. But Questie already shows you what to do. It's already there for you. Any more than that is too much, and then selling people that add-on or parts of the add-on is just, it's awful, you know? Yep. Okay, so we're done with the salty scorpions. Let's get back to town. Let's turn this one in. It's never a dull day when it comes to WoW and like stuff going on in the WoWverse. It feels like it's like never a dull day. There's always something going on out there. Unfortunately, it's not always good stuff. A lot of it is crap like this. But yeah, I'll check out some stuff. I'll do some reading, but I probably won't talk about it too much more than what we already have. Yeah, unless I read something that totally changes my opinion. Which I doubt that will happen, but we'll see. Yeah, Dorsey people will pay for that. They shouldn't have the option to pay for it, because they don't need to pay for it. What they need to do is they can use Questie, and they can look at where they need to go, and then they make a choice. Kind of like we did. We looked around the world map. We said, well, you know what? There's level 30 quests to do in the Shimmering Flats. Let's head to the Shimmering Flats. You know, and that's fine. We didn't have to pay for it. There's no need to pay for it. And offering people like that a service is just kind of taking advantage of people. And it's either taking advantage of people's lack of knowledge, or it's taking advantage of their lack of confidence, or it's taking advantage of their sheer laziness. But either way, they're selling an add-on. It's against the terms of service, I guess.
How are you? Very good.
Can I help you? You have a great day now.
Alright, we are going to be done here for the time being. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. We have the flight point for when we need that. We have the Feralist flight point for if we ever need that. But yeah, nothing else to do here right now. I think for now, let's just go ahead and hearth out. Alright guys, this is going to be a good stopping point for me for today. I think that this is going to be a good place. Yeah. As far as future streams, definitely will be on tomorrow sometime. I don't know if I'll do an evening stream tonight. Maybe if we do, I might do some Diablo. It depends on if I get into the mood for that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll stop here for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Streaming has been a ton of fun. It's been a really great week and a half, and I owe you guys a lot. You have helped me keep this character alive. You have made this so much more exciting of a journey for me, and I really do appreciate you guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.